Hello, this is CC Cycle 2, Week 6. My name is Rebecca Skillen. I've got a couple kids and a husband in the background.
Hello.
All right, so a couple things to prep for Week 6 is multiplication tables are 11s and 12s. In our community, you've got kids most likely in each class that have done this cycle before. So use them as teachers or tutors for their peers. First conjugation, future tense, is 2, 3 blind mice. Thanks, Mabes.
You're welcome.
Bo bis bit, bimis bitis bunt.
Bo bis bit,
Bimis bitis bunt. First conjugation, future tense.
Future tense.
Okay. Science. How do animals react to environmental change? Animals react to environmental change by adapting, migrating. Adapt, migrate,
Hibernate.
hibernate.
Hibernate. They stay nice and warm.
So how do animals react to environmental change? Animals react to environmental change by adapt, migrate, hibernate,
What does adapt mean?
change, adapt to their environment. Okay, timeline starts with event number 36, India's Mauryan Empire, and ends with John the Baptist. Most classes, you're going to actually end up with John the Baptist, Jesus the Messiah.
The kids are gonna do it.
And that's okay. It just gives them prep for the next week.
Because they shouldn't leave you on a cliffhanger. It's just so difficult.
All right, tell me about the Renaissance. During the Renaissance period, from 1350 to 1600, Leonardo was a famous inventor. Shakespeare was a famous playwright. Michelangelo, I take the M and I turn it into a paintbrush. Michelangelo was a famous artist. And Copernicus was a famous scientist. Ooh. He's got some binoculars. English, possessive pronouns. So possessive pronouns, you can remember that this one starts with mine first, like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine.
What was it Finding Dory?
Possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns.
Possessive pronouns.
Here we go. We got mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, theirs. We got mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, theirs. All right. The European mountains. Do you remember anything for the European mountains when you did this last cycle? The Pyrenees, the Alps, the Carpathians, I can never say that one. Caucasus?
I don't think I remember.
The Ural Mountains and the Matterhorn. This one, if you have a first printing of the 5th edition, your Matterhorn is going to be probably in a various spot. The Matterhorn from my research and from the second printing indicate that the Matterhorn it splits the border between Switzerland and Italy. So just make sure that you are looking at that. I think for when I was tutoring this, the last time we went through this cycle, I used CC Happy Mom. So whatever works for you. You can, if you've got a famous or a favorite geography person, or if you want to come up with your own.
Actually, make songs that I just remember.
Yeah. Christy Gabby, I haven't looked at her Happy Learning site for this particular song, but she may have a fun one to look at. The thing that I love to point out about the mountains in the European mountains is that the Ural Mountains split Europe and Asia. So that's a great identifier to know. Well, are we in Europe or are we in Asia? At least that's something I learned from CC Happy Mom from the last time we did this cycle.
In cycle 1, it kind of goes in order, like North America, South America, but it doesn't matter.
So if you are in Essentials and you have either your Trivium table or in your guide the chart F, which is pronouns, you will realize that we are walking through the whole pronoun chart. So that may help you. This week we're doing possessive pronouns, and a lot of those end in S. So we've got mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, theirs. Next week you're going to notice when we do possessive pronoun adjective, we use a song that's a little bit more staccato and very quick, and part of that is that there's not as many of those S's on there. So there's a difference between possessive pronoun and possessive pronoun adjectives. So just a little preview for next week as well. All right, what do we got left? We have fine arts and science. Ooh. Fine arts. In your tutor binder, I'm sure you have plenty of ideas for what you want to do for that fine art final project, or if you want to get out previous works and have them finish them, whatever you have planned for that sounds great. Science, cover up in thick. So I have 2 lights, and I did the cover up science experiment, and it does work with these flashlights, these larger flashlights. So if you bring a desk lamp and you want to use it, great. If not, I have 2 of these, so you guys can take turns with science if other desk lamps don't show up. So these can also be used for thick, and you have your wax paper in your science bins, which I put back in on Sunday so that you have this week's science experiment plus the next 6 weeks of science experiment.
This one's black.
Yep. So look through your science book for the cover up and the thick number 3 and number 4. Please, I encourage you to go read the science experiment. They're, the purpose, the materials, the procedure, and then, encourage those asking questions that we have in the naming chart. Review, you're going to be reviewing 6 weeks of material this week. So one of the ways to get through a lot of review is going subject by subject. If you want to sprinkle math in there in between, that's great. If you want to get all the way through math and get math checked off as you did this math subject, that's great too. In your class last year, when we would do Would You Rather, we would, as we got farther and farther along in the year, did we just do one question or one memory peg and then ask questions, or did we do 7?
We did
We'd do 7 weeks worth?
No, it depends on what time we had.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly either 7
subjects.
The lowest was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So and then one time we did a magic hat.
Yeah, I've done magic hats. I've done Would You Rather questions.
Which once you know how it works, it isn't really that magic.
But I know that one tutor did a dartboard, and they had a blast with that and some Jenga blocks. But as we're getting more and more into the weeks, the goal is to get through all of the memory work. So if you can do all science and then let them throw the darts at the dartboard, let all 7, 8 kids throw at the dartboard, and then they get back and you do all of Latin, and then they get to do the dartboard again, or, you know, whatever's working for your class, or what. Oh yes, we have a chicken game, which
chicken,
tutors,
throw a dart.
I have bins with some review items in there if you would like to take a look at them and see how you want to incorporate them into your class. I love you too. So I think that's about it for week 6. Do you have anything to say before you go to bed?
My favorite subject is history.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have a great night.
Bye.